Mbappe, assalamu alaikum, man. Assalamu alaikum. How was it? Mbappe didn't have a great game. He came from the bench and then nothing really happened because after that time, Barcelona, after 95 minutes of El Clasico football in Al Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Barcelona are crowned the champions of the Spanish Super Copa 2026. Or for the 2025 calendar. Now, this is a review of the game. 3-2 against Real Madrid. Raphinha scoring 2 goals. Robert Lewandowski with that chip goal coming from Gonzalo Garcia and then Vinicius Jr. Stick and stay here with me. Let's review the game. Let's go into the game. This is Kobo Sports Room. My name is Kobo. And let's move straight into the game. So, obviously, the Spanish Super Copa started in Saudi Arabia. That has always been the case. In this past years, they go to, Saudi Arabia, play their games there. It started from semi-final where Real Madrid met Atletico de Madrid. Barcelona also met Athletic Club Bilbao in the Barcelona winning by 5-0. Real Madrid also winning Atletico Madrid by 2-1. So coming into the game, it was, a very close contest. Real Madrid versus Barcelona, the El Clasico has always been a close contest. Just last year, we saw a dominant performance from FC Barcelona as against Real Madrid. But these games has always been a close contest. Coming into the game, Mbappe was injured. He brought a private flight to Saudi Arabia. And he just wrote, Assalamu alaikum, Saudi Arabia. So Mbappe, Assalamu alaikum, man. Assalamu alaikum. How was it? Mbappe didn't have a great game. He came from the bench and then nothing really happened because after that time, Barcelona had already closed the game. But if you are moving into the game, Real Madrid started the game flat. Barcelona started the game well and ended the game well. And in the football, that is always what matters. You need to start games well and you need to end games well. You can as well as start a game slow and grow into the game. But if you have a tough opponent like FC Barcelona, an opponent that could hurt you by any given chance, you can't afford to start games slow and also end games slow. That is what worried Real Madrid today or tonight. They started the game poorly and they ended the game poorly. And it was evident. Vinicius Jr. had some couple of chances in the first half, especially in the early days of the game. He had a very big chance and he fluffed the chance. And Real Madrid should know something. Then the teams in Spain should know something, that the Joan Garcia guy in the FC Barcelona goalpost is hungry for success. He's looking forward, or he's targeting the Spanish, national team first goalkeeping role or the first goalkeeper. He's targeting that height. So he's not here to joke. Else that could score Marc-Andre ter Stegen and then Wosa Szczesny is not going to score Joan Garcia. And that Vinicius Jr. chance was not by any chance going to go in. Or else you have Joan Garcia in the goalpost. So Vini Jr. could have done better in that first chance. Another chance by Gonzalo Garcia. It was a free pole. It was a free chance for Gonzalo Garcia in the 31st minute to also, put Real Madrid up front. But he also flubbed the chance. Joan Garcia made 7 saves tonight. And if you ask me, it was going to be, a very close contest between Raphinha and then Joan Garcia. Even though, yes, Raphinha scored 2 goals. And he is obviously the MVP for the game and also for the Spanish Super Copa. But if you are looking for a player that could challenge him for the MVP tonight, it was going to be Joan Garcia. 7 saves for FC Barcelona. He has always been saving Barcelona as he came to Barcelona. So Joan Garcia is a very brilliant goalkeeper. I think the sky is the limit. He's very good in terms of reflexes, in terms of saves and all of that. Joan Garcia is the guy. He's there to save FC Barcelona. And then on the other hand, Thibaut Courtois was the man of the match for Real Madrid. He was the man of the match for the Real Madrid. And let me say this: if you are a bigger team, or if you are a big team like Real Madrid, and as soon as we finish every big game, we are talking about your goalkeeper, it means that there's a problem. There is a problem. David Alaba started the game, but David Alaba by this time, 2026. David Alaba, he's not even fully fit for Real Madrid. So Real Madrid should do something about their defense, because if you will play every single big game and we are mentioning Thibaut Courtois as your man of the match, as your potential man of the match for the team, for the Real Madrid team, that means that there's a problem. Alvaro Carreras off in a game. Lamine Yamal was having fun at the right flanks. Carreras was off in the game, and you all saw the last minute chance, but Alvaro Carreras, this ball should have been a goal. It should have been a goal. Carreras, trust me, even if it was Fela Mendy, that ball could have been a goal. Bro, that ball should have been a goal. But it is Johan Garcia in the goal post. And it is not every single ball that you are going to see at the back of the net. Whilst you have Garcia in the goal post, that ball is a dangerous ball. He is a dangerous boy. But if we are to move to the Barcelona and what they did right, I think they were brilliant. I think they deserved the win. I think they started the game well in the first half and also ended the game well. That has always been the most important part of any football game. You start the game well and you end the game well. You can as well as calm down a little bit in the middle of the game, but you always start the game well, you always end the game well, and you are always going to get results. So Barcelona got the results, scored 3 goals, Raphinha 2 goals, Robert Lewandowski, a very, very, very good chip for Robert Lewandowski. And I think their changes also did something. It also added something into the game. Ferran Torres coming into the game, even Dani Olmo also coming into the game. It added something. The changes added something, but Ronaldo came Ronaldo came to play 4 minutes, and then that was the longest 4 minutes for all Barcelona fans. I could tell from their face, and I could tell from social media they were complaining about Ronaldo. But how did we get here? Ronaldo used to be one of the top centre backs for FC Barcelona, in the 2020, 2021, 2022. But what happened to Ronaldo, bro? That is just by the way, though. But I mean, that was one of the longest 4 minutes for FC Barcelona. But Raphinha. Let's talk about Raphinha. He has always been that guy who shows up for FC Barcelona whenever they need him. In the big games, he will show up. So Raphinha, I think the FIFA World 11, he didn't make any appearance in the FIFA World 11 Ballon d'Or. He didn't do well in the Ballon d'Or. I sat here and told him, bro, work harder, and your rewards will come. And he's working really, really, really hard. If he's going to continue like this, I think Barcelona will win the La Liga this season if they are going to continue like this. And then I think, in the Champions League, anything can happen at all. Let's see what happens in the Champions League. But all Raphinha needs to do after the Ballon d'Or snub, after the FIFA World 11 snub, after the FIFA Pro World 11 snub, is that you need to work hard. And he's working hard. 4 goals in this particular tournament, 4 goals in 2 games in the Super Copa. That is an MVP. That is a sublime performance by Raphinha, and I think he deserves every single accolade that is coming to him. He shows up in big games for FC Barcelona, and I think that is a very, very, very brilliant performance by Raphinha. But that red card was a red card. If you are a Barcelona fan and you don't understand why that was a red card, that was an intentional red card. So that ball was a red card, and when I watched the replay, I was like, a captain of his caliber, Frankie de Jong, and you do this, bro, it's unacceptable. You don't do this. Imagine this was in around 60th minute. It was around, let's say, 50th minute. That could have been a bigger blow for FC Barcelona. So Frankie de Jong, you should be very careful. Even Pedri should be very careful in the middle. If you lose the ball, bro, the opponent is not on the dangerous run. Just leave him. Just leave him. The defenders will take care of that. You don't need to do those things. That ball was a red card. And if you're a Barcelona fan and if you don't understand, bro, that was a red card. Go and watch the replay again. So, assalamu alaikum, Mbappe. Assalamu alaikum, Real Madrid. 3 goals to 2 against Real Madrid. Barcelona are the champions of the Spanish Super Copa, the 2025-2026 edition. What do you think? Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comment. My name is Kobo. This is Kobo's Sports Room, and this has been your big or a bomber El Clasico review. Drop all your comment down below. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.